On Christmas, my sister gave me a paternity test, so you remember you're not part of this family, while Dad laughed hysterically. I'm 29, always been the odd one out in the Peterson family. Different hair, different build, different everything. They joke about the mailman constantly. So when Sarah handed me that DNA kit with a smirk, saying time to prove what we all know, I wasn't even surprised. Dad was cracking up, Mom nodding like she'd been waiting years for this moment. Fine, I said, but let's make it interesting. How about we all take DNA tests, for science? The room went quiet. Sarah laughed nervously. Why would we need to? Because I already took one 6 months ago, I said, pulling out my phone. And according to 23andMe, I have a half-sister named Jessica, who's been looking for her biological family. I showed them Jessica's profile. Same last name as Mom's maiden name. Same distinctive birthmark Mom has on her wrist. Jessica was born 9 months after Mom's business trip to Chicago in 1995. Remember that trip, Mom? The one where you couldn't be reached for 3 days? Mom's face went white. Dad stopped laughing immediately. Oh, it gets better, I continued, scrolling through my phone. Jessica wasn't the only surprise. Turns out I have 3 half-siblings from Mom's various work conferences. I showed them photos. This is Michael from Denver, born in 1998. Ring any bells about that marketing seminar you attended alone? Sarah grabbed the phone. That's not possible. And here's little Emma from Portland, born in 2001. Funny how she has the same rare eye condition as Mom. Dad's face was turning red, but not from laughter anymore. Linda, what the hell is this? The best part? I pulled out a thick envelope from my jacket. I've been in contact with all 3 of them for months. They all want to meet their biological mother. In fact, they're driving here right now. Mom stood up shakily. You didn't. I did. Jessica should be here in about an hour. Michael's flying in from Denver tonight. Emma's parents are bringing her tomorrow morning for Christmas brunch. I looked at Sarah, who was still holding the DNA kit. So tell me again about not being part of this family, because it looks like you're about to have a lot more family than you bargained for. Dad was staring at Mom like he'd never seen her before. 26 years, Linda. 26 years of marriage, and you've been lying about 3 children. Actually, I said, checking my messages. Make that 4. Just got a DNA match notification this morning. Apparently there's a David from Miami who's also looking for answers. The doorbell rang. Through the window, I could see a young woman with Mom's exact nose and chin standing on our porch, holding a wrapped present. That'll be Jessica, I said, walking toward the door. I told her we were having a family reunion. Sarah finally found her voice. You planned this whole thing. You gave me 6 months to prepare after I took that DNA test. I shrugged. Did you really think I'd just sit on information this explosive? I opened the door. Jessica, come in. Meet your biological family. Jessica walked in, looking exactly like Mom did in old photos. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to finally meet you all. The silence was deafening. Dad was gripping his chair so hard his knuckles were white. Mom looked like she might faint. Jessica's a pediatric nurse, I announced cheerfully. She brought cookies she baked herself. Isn't that sweet? Jessica smiled nervously at the shocked faces. I hope I'm not intruding. Jake said this was a good time to meet everyone. Oh, it's perfect timing, I said. Sarah here was just questioning whether I belonged in this family. Turns out the real question is whether this living room is big enough for all of Mom's children. My phone buzzed. Ooh, Michael just landed. He'll be here in 30 minutes. I looked around at their devastated faces. You know what? I think I'll go help Jessica bring in her luggage. She's staying for the week. As we walked outside, Jessica whispered, Are they always this quiet? Don't worry, I said, glancing back at the chaos through the window. They're just processing some new family dynamics. By the way, Michael's bringing his twin daughters. They're 8 and absolutely adorable. Jessica's eyes lit up. I've always wanted nieces. Well, you're about to have plenty of family, I said. Emma has 2 little boys, and David mentioned he has a teenage son who's excited to meet everyone. Through the window, I could see Sarah trying to fan Mom with a Christmas card, while Dad paced around the living room like a caged animal. Should we go back in? Jessica asked, looking concerned. Let's give them another minute, I said. They're still adjusting to the fact that their black sheep just became the family detective. Sometimes the truth doesn't just set you free, it redefines everyone's understanding of what family really means.